Hello, everybody. How you guys doing today? I pray you're doing well. I should do. And welcome to the Bible, block by block. Today is day 71. Friday 71, we're going to be reading Genesis 50, verse 15 to 21. Uh, it's called Joseph Reassure His Brother. Now, before I go on, yesterday on the title, I said Joseph, death and burial. I meant to say Israel or Jacob. I'm just trying to fix that right now. And I keep having the numbers wrong. So this is 71st. This is day 71. I know I said 70 twice, but it's supposed to be 69, the other one 68 and 67. So just making sure. All right, let's begin. Let's begin with transitions before we start reading. Transition. Jacob's journey from Canaan to Egypt is summarized in Genesis 47, verse 27. So Israel dwelled in the land of Egypt and multiplied exceedingly. This event marks the move of the Israel people from Canaan, the promised land, to Egypt, the land of slavery. As such, it became part of the Israelite basic statement of faith. Israel's faith started with the retelling of her historical origin. Often began with Jacob descending to Egypt. For instance, the ritual retelling of Duet began with, "My father was a Syrian about to perish, and he went down to Egypt." Jacob was 130 years old when he entered Egypt. This figure is something used to relate Abraham to the Israelites sojourning in Egypt. Abraham fathered Isaac when he was 100 years old. Isaac fathered Jacob 60 years later. Adding the number makes a passing of 290 years between Abraham's birth and his entry into Egypt. That is 100 plus 60 plus 30 equals 190. Let's read. Joseph reassured his brother. When Joseph's brothers saw that their father was dead, they said, "Perhaps Joseph will hate us and may actually repay us for the evil which we did to him." So they sent messengers to Joseph, saying, "By the way, whenever you do something bad, unless you fully seal your consciousness, you will always have it in your heart. You will never let it go. You cannot. It's impossible to truly let it go. Unless you're a psychopath, you have no emotion at all. You cannot. No matter what somebody said, you always like, "Are you sure you're okay?" He said, "Yeah, I'm fine." You will never believe the truth of it. But anyway, and they did bad. They did something really, really bad. So they sent messengers to us saying, "Before your father died," not even our father, your father. "Before your father died, he committed a saying, 'Thus you shall say to Joseph, I beg you, please forgive the trespassing of your brothers and their sin, for they did evil to you. Now please forgive the trespass of the servant of God of your father.' And Joseph wept when they spoke to him." Even though he said, "Forgive them." Then his brother also went and fell down before his face, and they said, "Behold, we are your servant." Jesus said to them, "Do not be afraid, for I am in the place of God. But as for you, you meant evil against me, but God made it for good, in order to bring it about as it is this day, to save many people alive. Now therefore, do not be afraid. I will provide for you and your little ones." And he comforted them and spoke kindly to them. You know, this is a very short reading, but I will say this. As I've learned as a Christian now, even before I was a Christian, as a Haitian, I have to deal with it. Now, there's Christian in Haiti, by the way. Some like Haitians have no Christian at all. It's just very rare to find Christian, and let alone when we find them, Most of them are fake, so it's very rare to find a real question. And I will tell you this: when you find a real question, you know it's a real question. That's why I never doubted God before I become truly a full Christian, because I was born there and my mom and dad prayed for me. And that's why I always tell my story already in my other videos. But my point is, we know one thing in here: to never mess with a Christian or woman. No matter how bad times goes, it's always for the better of them, one way or another. It's always God plan. God is always using them for something. You can see them crawling with no arm or leg. Don't mess with them. We know not to touch God's children. Because no matter what, no matter how bad things get, God always got glory out of it. It's always for the betterment of them. Always. Always. I remember a story, I don't know if I fully remember it, but there was this king that had this advisor, his close friend, his best advisor. Every time something happened, as well, that's God will, which is a Christian. And then one day they went to a battle and they would lose the battle bad, very bad. And the king get beat up and everything, really bad, almost got killed. And the advisor said, well, it's always God plan, it's always God will. Glory to God. He got pissed and mad. He said, glory to God, because they take his wife, they take his kid, they rape his wife and all that stuff like that. He was like, you dare bring God into this? So he take him and send him to prison. He sent him to prison. When he sent him to prison, right? 1 week haven't passed. The same people he lose to take over the city. They take over the city. Wait. I mean something. No, the fight, during the fight, he lost his pinky finger. He lost his pinky finger. And the guy was like, even losing your finger is glory to God and all that, right? So anyway, let's move back forward. After they got taken over, when the people come back and take over his town, they were ready to sacrifice him. But when they look around, they see he's missing one finger. They said he's tainted, so they do not sacrifice him. So, but before they can even go around, keep looking around, he was asking for help. The people he was asking for help finally arrived, and they beat them people and kicked them out and wiped them out. They even give them a big victory. So when the fight was over and everything, weeks later, the king called for the guy back out of the prison. And the king said, you're right. Glory to God, because if I didn't lose my finger, I would have been killed. And the king was like, but there's something I don't understand. Why all this happened to you? He was like, what you mean? He was like, why do I have to send you to prison? Why all this bad thing happened? And he was like, all those bad things happened because you have to send me to prison. And the king was like, okay, then why was you in prison? He's like, well, if I wasn't in prison, and then losing my finger, I would have been sacrifices. I would have been a sacrifice. So that's why he's alive, because the king sent him to prison. I probably said the story wrong. Probably did not explain the story properly. But you guys get the picture. You guys get my point. So yeah, glory to God to all time. Alright? Let me read one more thing from history before I end this. Now with politics and government. That is, the Egyptian state supervised a bureaucracy capable of building pyramids and temples that require thousands of workers and years of efforts. They kept meticulous record of command days and of disbursement of flood and drinks to workers. There was no coin, but they had standard-sized loaves of bread. Also, they don't put it here, but one of the ways the Egyptians used to pay the workers was with beers. Yep, hear that right. Beer. Or was it wine? No, wine is a quicker woman. Yeah, beer. It was beer. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Before me, I'll pray for you. I say yes.